Okay, let's continue our discussion. We are now on cantilever sheet piling penetrating clay. So for this one, we have here at any depth greater than L1 plus L2 for phi is equal to 0, the Rankine active earth pressure coefficient case of A is equal to 1. So similarly, for phi is equal to 0, the Rankine passive earth pressure coefficient case of P is also equal to 1. So above the point of rotation, which is point O, we have an active pressure. So it can be shown on figure 9.6 that was presented a while ago. So the active pressure is equivalent to, that is acting from left to right. So that is equal to this equation. So for this one, we have a cantilever sheet pile that penetrating a clay type soil. So basically you have here the pressure diagram as illustrated. So as mentioned a while ago, it is important to know the parameters that we're going to use on our equation. The position of each parameters is necessary. So similarly, we have computed for the active pressure. So now that is above point O as presented in figure 9.6 a while ago. So we have to compute also our passive pressure that is acting above the point O, that is acting from left to right. So that is equivalent to this equation. So basically, once we have computed for the active pressure and the passive pressure, our net pressure is equivalent to this equation. So at the bottom of the sheet pile, the passive pressure, so about at the bottom of the sheet pile, the passive pressure is from left to right is equivalent to this equation. This is now below the point of rotation. So we have a passive pressure and active pressure acting. So for the passive pressure, this is the equation. For the active pressure that is acting from left to right, we have this equation. So basically, our net pressure is equal to passive pressure minus active pressure, which is equivalent to this equation. So for equilibrium analysis, we have summation of forces equal to 0. So we're going to make use of the pressure diagram, the area of the pressure diagram from ACDE, so subtracted by the area of EFIB, then plus the area of GHIH, which is equal to 0. Or basically, this illustration is equivalent to this expression. And of course, P sub 1 is the area of the pressure diagram, ACDE. So if we're going to have the pressure diagram, get the area, we're referring to this one, ACDE, then minus your EFHB for this one, then you subtract this equation, this pressure diagram. So you're going to have 3 pressure diagrams here for this illustration. So basically for that, we have now identified our area for our pressure diagram necessary for the computation. So if you try to simplify the equation, you can have this L sub 4, which is equivalent to this equation. And if you try to take a moment about point B, summation of moment about point B, you make use of the area of the pressure diagram multiplied to the moment arm distance towards point B, you have now this equation. And of course, Z bar is the distance of the center of pressure of the pressure diagram ACDE measured from the level of the dredge line. So we can have this equation so that we can compute for our D, which is the depth of embedment or the depth of penetration of the sheet pile to the clay type soil. So this one is your theoretical depth of penetration of the sheet pile. And you have here now the step so that you can draw your pressure diagram. You just follow this step. And on step 8, we are going to have the actual depth of penetration, which is equivalent actually to 1.4 to 1.6 of the theoretical. And we can compute for the maximum bending moment. For the maximum bending moment, it occurs on the zero shear, of course, will be between from Z, which is greater than L1 plus L2, but less than L1 plus L2 plus L sub 3. So using the new coordinate system, which is Z prime, wherein Z prime is equal to 0 at the dredge line, so you have this equation. From this equation, you can have your Z prime, which is P1 over sigmas of 6. And the magnitude of the maximum moment may now be obtained using this equation. So this is now to compute for our maximum moment. So we have here a sample problem. You have a sheet pile penetrating a clay type soil. Compute for the theoretical and actual depth of penetration. You're going to use the actual is 1.5 of the theoretical. Compute for the minimum size of the sheet pile section necessary. You have allowable pressure, allowable pressure, which is equal to 172.5 meganewton per meter squared. So we are given here with the parameters above the water table and below the water table and on the clay type soil. So of course, following the procedure, we have to compute for the coefficient for the active and the passive. Using that one, you have now 0.307 for the active lateral earth coefficient. And for our sigma sub 1 prime, using the equation presented a while ago, and sigma sub 2 prime, you obtain 9.763 kilonewton per meter squared and 18.53 kilonewton per meter squared. So from the pressure diagram, from figure 9.10 for a sheet pile penetrating a clay type soil, you're going to have this P sub 1. Simply have to substitute the parameters and you obtain 52.2 kilonewton per meter for our force acting on the sheet pile using the pressure diagram. And of course, Z bar, you're going to have your equation that was presented a while ago. So you can have Z bar is equal to 1.78 meters using the equation we have discussed a while ago for Z bar. And of course, to compute for Z bar, of course, that would be equivalent to the moment arm, the pressure diagram multiplied to the moment arm distance over the over our total force. So that would give us our Z bar, and that would be equal to 1.78 meters. And for our to compute for our depth of penetration, it gives us, you have this equation. It's simply, if you try to simplify this one, you have now D is equal to 2.13 meters. And we compute for L4. L4 now would be equivalent to 1.17 meters, and sigma sub 6 and sigma sub 7, 127.64 kilonewton per meter squared and 248.36 kilonewton per meter squared. And basically, for our D actual, that is now, of course, after we have computed for the necessary information, necessary data, to have our pressure diagram, you can now draw the pressure diagram. Then after that, you can have now the actual depth of penetration, which is 1.5 of the theoretical, that gives us 3.2 meters. Then compute now for the maximum moment calculation. You have C prime, which is equal to this expression, gives us 0.44 meters. And maximum moment, for the maximum moment, you simply have to substitute to this equation. It gives us 103.59 kilonewton meter per meter. And you have now your section modulus, maximum moment over the allowable pressure. So this gives us 0.6 times 10 to the negative 3 cubic meter per meter of the wall. Now we have here a special case for cantilever walls penetrating a clay, meaning to say you have a sheet pile penetrating a clay type soil. We don't have a water table. We don't have the presence of the water. So basically, you can have this equation. You have to compute for the active active forces, active pressure. You have here sigma sub 2, sigma sub 6, sigma sub 7 using this formula. And of course, you have your P sub 1, uses your P sub 1, you use this equation. And you can compute for L sub 4 using this formula. Then afterwards, you can get for our D, depth of penetration, using this equation. And our Z bar is equivalent to L all over 3. And you can compute now for the maximum moment using this expression. And our Z prime is equal to this equation, or you have this expression. Now we move on to anchor sheet pile walls. For this one, well, for anchor sheet pile, for this discussion, we are now on the second category of a sheet pile wall, which is the anchor sheet pile wall. What we have discussed previously was cantilever sheet pile wall penetrating a sand and penetrating a clay type soil. For this one, we have now an anchor sheet pile wall. So when the height of the backfill material behind the cantilever sheet pile wall exceeds 6 meters, so when the backfill material exceeds 6 meters or 20 feet, so basically we're going to have an anchor. We're going to install an anchor tie rod to support. So we have here, this is the illustration for a sheet pile with an anchor tie rod. So basically, this type of construction is what we call as anchored sheet pile wall or an anchored bulkhead. Anchors minimize the depth of penetration required by the sheet pile and also reduce the cross-sectional area and the weight of the sheet pile needed for construction. So the tie rod and anchors must be carefully designed. So for this one, we have an illustration for the variation of the deflection and moment of the anchored sheet pile. So this is a sheet pile that is free earth support method, and the second one is a fixed earth support method. So this is the variation of the deflection and moment for the free earth support method and fixed earth support method. So the two basic methods of designing anchor sheet pile walls are the free earth, of course, the free earth support method and the fixed earth support method. So it shows the assumed nature of deflection and sheet pile for the two methods. So the free earth support method involves a minimum penetration depth below the dredge line. No pivot point exists for the static system. The nature of the variation of the bending moment with depth for both is also shown in this figure. So you have to take note that our depth of penetration for the free earth support method is less than compared to the depth of penetration for fixed earth support method. So for the free earth support method that is penetrating sandy type soil, so they have here an illustration. We have the pressure diagram for a free earth support method that penetrates a sandy type soil. So we have here the presence, of course, of the parameters that is needed in the computation, in the analysis for this type of construction. So the net diagram, of course, for this one, we have an anchor sheet pile wall with a granular backfill. The wall has been driven into the granular soil. You have a tie rod connecting the sheet pile, and the anchor is located at a depth L1. And so we have here L sub 1 and L sub 2. So the diagram here, we have the pressure distribution above the dredge line similar to what we have discussed in figure 9.7. So basically our depth Z is equal to L1, and our sigma sub 1 is equal to gamma times L1 times K sub A. And Z, when Z is equal to L1 plus L2, our sigma sub 2 prime is equal to this expression. And below the dredge line, the net pressure will be 0 at Z is equal to L1 plus L2 plus L3. So we have already identified our L1 and L2. So to compute for L3, you have this equation. So basically our Z, L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus L4. So the net pressure is given by this equation. So we have here sigma sub A. And you have to take note that the slope of the line DEF, this is the slope of the line, is 1 vertical to, this is, the slope of this line is 1 is to gamma prime times K sub P minus K sub A to the horizontal. So the slope of this line DEF is equal to 1 vertical, and horizontal is gamma prime times K sub P minus K sub A. For the equilibrium of the sheet pile, summation of force is equal to 0 and summation moment equal to O prime equal to 0. So O prime is the location of your anchor tie rod. So you're going to sum up the forces in the horizontal direction. So it gives us this pressure diagram ACDE minus the area of EBF equal to 0.